Lipsmackin' Campin' is brought to you by MSR Stoves and Cookware, makers of the legendary Whisperlight stove and the award-winning Reactor stove system. MSR has been fueling outdoor adventure for over 40 years.
Hi, I'm Christine Connors.
And I'm Tim Connors.
Welcome to Lipsmackin' Campin'.
Today we're going to be talking to you about Dutch oven cooking. So there's a lot of mystery around the use of cast iron in general, especially Dutch ovens and camp Dutch ovens in particular.
They're extremely versatile. You can do everything from frying, stewing, baking in them. You can make all kinds of crazy things from soup to cheesecake in them, and you really can impress a lot of people. They come in different sizes. So for example, we have the 16-inch. That would be an extremely large group. You could feed maybe 15, 16 people or more with that.
This is a great size for preparing pizzas as well.
Yeah, also for pizzas. And then you have just small ones, you know, for those intimate moments out camping. The difference between a camp Dutch oven and a Dutch oven at home is that it has these legs. And the reason it has these legs is because you need to elevate it above the coals. You can use regular ash coal from your fire if you just kind of want to wing ding it, or you can get into a certain level of control using coals that you buy at the store.
That's right. So the way you distribute the coals, you can saute, everything's on the bottom.
Right.
You can prepare stews by putting a distribution of coals on the top and the bottom, and like Christine said, and also for baking.
For baking.
You can make, you can put a ring of coals around the Dutch oven to prepare delicate cheesecakes, for instance, if you're so inclined. Very versatile, and they're very forgiving, extremely forgiving.
Extremely forgiving. We're not very kind to our Dutch ovens, and they put up with us, and they love us anyway.
Well, they're very forgiving, not only in terms of how
yes.
but in terms of
it's hard to burn something in your Dutch oven, and that's a wonderful
thing. Yeah, the cast iron
makes
makes it provides very even heat distribution, and that is what helps prevent hot spots when you cook. Before we move on to the cooking demo, let me describe some of the tools that we use for cooking. And what I have here are the tongs. So this is for managing the coals or the embers from the fire. You'll be picking up the briquettes, placing those on the lid and underneath the oven as you get your cooking going with the oven. Here we have what's called a lid lifter, and obviously the handles get extremely hot. A couple other things are you'll need a good pair of barbecue gloves so that you don't burn your hands when handling the hot metal and handling the briquettes.
Safety first.
Safety first, that's right. And then this is a lid stand. So when you're cooking on the ground, which is what you tend to do with Dutch ovens, unless you have a Dutch oven stand, we tend to cook on the ground. When you take your lid off, you don't want to set that directly on the ground, so that makes a handy little device
You'll get dirt in your food.
for keeping your lid clean. Most of our cast iron cookware is a Lodge brand. We're a big fan of Lodge. The number on the lid that Lodge puts on the lid is the diameter. So that's a 10-inch, that's a 4-quart oven. We talked about the chimney starter earlier, but usually as far as actually employing this device, what I tend to do is go ahead and start one sheet of newspaper, crumble it up. If you pack it too tightly with paper, you won't get a good flame. You'll just get a lot of smoke. I'll let that die down, and then I'll hit it again, and that almost always guarantees that we're going to have coals. And it takes about 20 minutes for the coals to start up all the way through. And a few points are worth mentioning regarding the care of cast iron. Cast iron is obviously iron, and it's prone to rusting. It will rust very easily unless you maintain the coating. You'll notice that that cast iron has a black coating on it. That's actually a natural organic coating that comes about from just using the cast iron, cooking with it. The oils bake into the cast iron. Cast iron is naturally porous. It absorbs the oil, and that turns into a layer. They call it seasoning, or they call it patina, and it's a quite durable surface that not only protects the cast iron, keeps it from rusting, but it also provides very good nonstick properties. And If you can see inside the cast iron here, this food isn't about to stick to it, not at all. But there are a few notes regarding the care of the patina or the seasoning, and it is not impervious. You do not want to scrub your cast iron with a metal scrubby, for instance. You'll take that off. You'll reveal the cast iron base, and then you'll have to go through the process of re-oiling your cast iron, using it and building up that patina non-stick layer over time again.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Lip Smackin' Campin'. We hope to see you again.
For hundreds of mouth-watering camp recipes and invaluable information for making your next camp trip memorable for all the right reasons, check out Tim and Christine Connor's best-selling series of books. For more information or to purchase books, visit lipsmackincampin.com.